Hey! Way too short fringe. Oh my goodness. Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back. Can someone say that they can hear me? That's the most important. I have blocked off the sunlight today and I really hope it's going to work. No? Anyone? I'm kind of sure you can hear me. Just wanted to check before we start. And I hope you can hear the music as well. I'm going to put it a tiny little bit up. Okay, no one wants to talk to me. Good. We'll be starting because it is 1 minute past now. So welcome everybody. I'm Elise, if you haven't practiced with me before. And we're going to do a power flow. And we're going to work towards a flying lizard today. So if you haven't actually tried it, it's a super fun arm balance. But know that you don't have to do it. There's loads of options. You to skip it and then just stay in the lizard pose as well. So lizard is kind of like a lunge. It will make sense in a second. We're going to start in a child's pose today. And also before we start, remember, modify as much as you need. If you have any injuries, again, modify. If you need to drop a knee somewhere down, if you need to have a rest, do, and make sure you got water. Okay, let's get started. So let's go and find a child's pose on our mats. So with the child's pose now, but either bring your knees nice and wide or bring your knees together. That's up to you. Your big toes will come to touch, and then we're going to lay down or bring our head down. So walking your hands forward, let your head drop down, and make sure you're resting your forearms and your elbows down so you're not activating through the shoulders here. Kind of take this first pose as your resting pose. Good, and just taking a moment here, allowing yourself to arrive. Start letting go of your day. And then start noticing your connection with the mat. So which part of the body is touching your mat? And see if you can make your body a tiny little bit heavier with your next exhale. Just let go a bit more. Sink down a bit more. Lovely. And then slowly start drawing your awareness towards your breath. First, just notice how the breath flows in and out through the nose. And then when you're ready, take a few deep breaths in and out. Just lengthen your next inhale. You take another 2 deep breaths here. Good. And with your next exhale, breathe all the way out and let go of the deep breath. Okay. Coming back to your everyday breath, and then coming back to your body. Start moving your fingers and your toes. Then gently move your head side to side. Good, and then your hips side to side. Bring your weight onto one leg and then onto the other. So from the child's pose here, we're going to take a side stretch. So pressing to the hands, Lift your head a tiny little bit. We're going to walk our hands all the way to the right. So you're going to come off the mat. And you're going to bring your left hand on top of the right. So we're going to drop our head again down towards the mat. So you should be feeling a nice long stretch to the left side of the body here. Good. Take one more breath. And then again, lift your head. Pressing into the hands, walking your hands all the way to the other side. Now right hand comes on top of the left. Find that side stretch again. Good. Last breath here. And exhale out. Lift your head again. Walk your hands to the middle. And then gently bring yourself up into tabletop position. You might have to move yourself a tiny little bit back. So quickly checking in now that your wrists are underneath the shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Try to spread your fingers out and make sure your feet are hip distance apart as well. So your toes are not touching here. We're going to move into the spine. On your next inhale, let's drop the belly. Lift through the tailbone and through the chest. And then exhale, let's round through the back and bring the chin to the chest. Inhale again, dropping the belly, lifting through the chest, looking forward, and exhale, rounding through the back. Good. One more breath here. Inhale, and exhale, we're rounding. Good. Back to the neutral tabletop in here. We're going to warm up our wrists now. So super thoroughly. First thing here, we're going to walk our fingertips out. So fingertips are facing the outside of the mat. And you can bring your hands a tiny little bit together, but they're not touching. So the wrists are not touching. We're just going to rock now to the right and then rocking to the left. Nice and slowly. So bringing pressure to the right hand and then onto the left. Because when we go into that flying lizard later, if you find in that flying lizard, all of your weight is going to be on your hands. So we want to make sure our wrists are super, super warm. So try to press into the fingertips as well. Lovely. And you can keep continuing doing this. If you want to make it deeper, you're going to walk your hands even more. So your fingertips are going to face your knees now. Again, spreading your fingers out and you're going to be rocking forward and back. Oh my God, this looks really funny. Good, so forward and back. Making sure you're pressing into the fingertips. And see how far forward you can go. Making sure the wrists are staying down, so you're not lifting them up. The whole palm is down. Good. Last one here. And then coming back to the center, gently walk your hands back to normal so the fingertips are facing forward. Roll into your right wrist. And then roll into the left as well. In all the clicks out if there's any. And then the last stretch in here. So we're going to turn the back of the hand down onto the palm. So your fingertips are facing to your knee again. And we're going to press that whole hand into the mat. And see if you can straighten that elbow. Do one hand at a time. Good. Take a breath here. Lovely. And then come out. Swap to the other side. Same stretch. Again, spreading your fingers in as much as you can. Straightening the elbow as much as you can. Lovely, last breath here. Good, and then bringing that palm down here. Walk your hands a tiny little bit forward. Tuck your toes under, push your hips down onto the heels. Slide your hands a tiny little bit more forward so you can bring your chest down to the mat. Let's inhale here. Exhale, we're going to float forward and bring the shoulders over our hands. You need to drop your hips now a bit. Inhale, dropping halfway, elbows into the body. Exhale, lift back up. Good, you got two more. Inhale, halfway. Exhaling up. Good, last one here. Inhale, halfway. Exhaling up. Good, press into the toes. Lift the hips high, downward facing dog. First one today. Let's pedal it out in here. Good, so bend into the knees as much as you need. Maybe move the hips side to side. You're also welcome to lift the leg in here. So find a three-legged dog. Open through the hips. Don't worry about the alignment here yet. Another 2 breaths here. Keep moving. Good, last one. Nice. Inhale, let's look up to the fingers. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale in halfway lift. Nice flat back, and then exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, let's come up, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, folding back down over your legs. Lovely. Inhale in halfway lift. Exhale, let's place the hands down here, step back, and flow through the first vinyasa here. So you can drop the knees if you'd like. Again, elbows into the body. Find a back bend. So I'm going down low. I'm finding a cobra here. And we all meeting back in our down dog again. So hips will go high. And we'll take 2 more breaths here. Good, one more. Inhale, let's look up to the fingers again. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale in halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come up, reach the arms high, high mountain. Exhale, fold back down over the legs. Good, inhale, halfway. Exhale, let's place the hands down here, stepping back, find a high plank. And we're gonna hold here now in our high plank for 3. Think about shoulders over your hands, pushing the heels to the back of the room. 2. 1 more breath, you can do it. And flow to the vinyasa here again. So juice that back bend. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Good, take another breath here. Good, inhale. Look up to the fingers and exhale. Step the right foot out to the right hand and left foot outside of the left hand. Turn your toes out, and we're going to sit down into a yogi squat in here. Super nice for the hips in here, because it's our first one. You can keep your hands down in here, and you can kind of rock side to side. Good, to bring pressure onto one foot, onto the other. If this feels quite nice, maybe bring hands together, lift through the chest a bit more. Lovely, 1 more breath here. Nice, let's bring the hands down in here. We're going to push the hips back and find a fold over the legs. Turn your toes facing forward again. Bend into the knees now. Bring your belly and the chest down onto the legs so they're almost touching. Find the opposite elbows. Just rock side to side. Good, so starting to open through the lower back a bit more. Taking 1 more breath here. Nice, let's bring the hands down in here. Wiggle your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, lifting halfway again. Exhale, folding over the legs. Bringing your hands down, stepping back again into your high plank. And this time we're going to bring our feet together. So they're touching now. Inhale here. Exhale, push back into down dog. Keep the feet together. Inhale here. Exhale, find a down dog again. Good. Inhale, we're going to drop out to the right foot, find a side plank. Exhale, back into a high plank. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, hold. Inhale to the right, so left arm reaches high. Exhale, high plank. Inhale to the left, right arm high. Exhale, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more time. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, hold. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog, and bring your feet hip distance apart again. Lovely, let's take a breath in here. Exhaling out. Good, inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, let's draw the right knee to the right elbow. See if you can touch. Inhale, pushing back. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Last time here. Inhale, push back. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. We're going to step that right foot outside the right hand. And we're going to drop the back knee down. Ooh, a tiny bit of rest in here in a lunge. Let's untuck the back toes. Come onto your knuckles here. If anyone has a yoga block, you can rest into the yoga block as well. And we're just going to find that active lizard lunge in here. So making sure your chest stays open. And then one more thing in here with the activation. Squeezing your right knee into the right upper arm. So really, really squeezing it in, not letting your knee drop out. Hold in here for 4 breaths. Good. Lovely. So from here, let's tuck the back toes under. Staying on your knuckles here or your fingertips. We're going to inhale, lift the back knee off the mat. Exhale, drop it down. Good. And before we're going to go into it again, try to keep your hips as steady as you can. So when you're lifting that back knee, the hips are not moving. So the hips are not coming up and down. They're trying to stay the same level as they are at the moment. So let's do that again. We're going to inhale, lift back knee, keep the hips. Exhale, drop down. You're going to start feeling your left hip flexors. Inhale again. Inhale again, lift. Exhale, drop. Good. Last 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Keep the hips low. Exhale, down. Good. Come on to the palms again. Tuck the back toes under. If you untuck them, lift the knee, and let's step the right leg back. Let's flow through the vinyasa here. And exhaling back into down dog. Ready to go to the left? Let's inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhaling back. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Last one, inhale back. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Step the foot outside of the hand. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Come onto the knuckles. Find that active lizard lunge in here. So squeeze the left knee into the left upper arm and lift through the chest. Hold in here. Hips are nice and heavy. 3 more breaths. 2. Last one. Good. Staying on your fingertips or your knuckles, maybe your fists in here as well. We're going to tuck the back toes under. Think about your hips again. So try to keep them as low as you can. Squeeze the left knee into the left upper arm. Ready here. Inhale, let's lift that back knee. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, drop it down. Keep it going. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop down. Last 2. Inhale, lift. Ooh. Exhale, down. Last one. Come on. Lift. And down. Good. Keep or bring your palms down. Let's lift the back knee again. Step that left leg back. Flowing through the vinyasa here. Find your back bend again. Good, and we're taking a breath here. Exhaling out. Good, inhale, let's look up to the fingers. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift again. Exhale, folding over the legs. Good, inhale, come up. Reach the arms high. And then exhale, we're going to sit down into a chair pose here now. So starting to feel a bit of a heat through the legs in here. Think about your hips in here. So you don't want to arch the hips back. Hug them in so you've got that nice flat lower back. And keep your chest nice and open here. Hug your belly in and see if you can sit a tiny, tiny little bit lower. When you're looking down to your feet now, make sure you can see your big toes. So most of your weight is on your heels. Taking another 2 breaths in here. Good, 1 more. And exhale, fold over the legs. Lovely. Inhale, lifting halfway here. Exhale, we're going to place the hands down. We'll step back and find a down dog straight away. So hips will go high. Good. Taking a breath here. And exhaling. Inhale. Right leg goes high. Exhale. We're going to draw the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale. We're going to draw the knee to the middle. Exhale. Back to the elbow. Inhale. Push back. Three-legged dog. Exhale. Knee to the elbow. Inhale to the middle. Exhale. Back to the elbow. Last one. Inhale. Push back. Exhale. Knee to the elbow. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, back, and we're going to step that foot out to the right hand again. This time, we're going to keep that back knee nice and high. Press into the left hand and reach the right arm high. Find a twist in here, easy twist. Good, holding for another 2. One more. Good, we're going to drop that right hand inside of the right foot, drop the back knee, untap the back toes. We're going to go into a dragon, I think it's a triangle lunge, yeah. We're going to go into a really nice wide, not wide lunge, but super nice and deep lunge into the right hip. So we're going to take our right hand, we're going to bring it inside of the right knee, and we're going to push that right knee out. Maybe you can come outside of the right foot so the sole of the foot comes off the mat. Lovely, and lift through the chest in here. I'm not sure what I just said, but that's what we're doing. We got there. Good, hold in here. Making sure the hips are heavy, so they really want to sink towards the mat in here. Holding for another 2. This should feel quite nice. One more. Good, let's draw that right knee back in. Wiggle it in the middle now, so between your hands. And let's bring that right hand down. Good, we're going to tuck our back toes under. Lift that back knee off the mat. Really press into the back toes. And lift up into your high lunge in here. So reaching the arms over your head, bending into the front knee, hugging your belly in here. Try not to let your belly just come forward, so hug it in, kind of like a sip it in here. Good, holding for another 2. Good, one more. Nice, so from here, we're gonna lean forward, over that right leg. Yes, stay in here super, super low. Still have your chest off that right leg. One more breath. Good, and we're going to lean even more. You're going to try to bring your chest down onto that right leg. Keeping your fingertips reaching forward. We're going to step our left foot in, next to the right. Try to stay low. Good, take a breath in here. And then exhale. See if you can sit low. Keeping your arms still reaching forward. We're going to sit down. You're going to keep your arms off, lift the feet, and find an Navasana here. Try to lift through the chest in here. Good. Hold in here. 5. 3. 2. Last breath. Good. Slowly here now, your feet will come back down. We're going to see if we can lift ourselves up in here, come back into the squat. I was joking. We're actually going to cross our legs in here. Come over, bring your hands down, step or hop back, and flow through the vinyasa. If someone did that squat, well done. Okay, we're back in our down dog in here. From your down dog, let's drop our knees down for a second. Find a child's pose for a few breaths. Make those breaths super, super nice and deep. Maybe have some water. And then we're going to continue and do the left side as well. Whew. Okay, ready? Let's find our way back into our downward facing dog. Press into the hands. Let's lift the hips high. Good. Taking a breath in here. And exhaling out. Good. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale, knee to the middle. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Good. Inhale, push back. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale to the middle. Exhale to the elbow. Last one. Inhale back. Exhale to the elbow. Inhale to the middle. Exhale to the elbow and step the foot outside of that hand. Good, back knee will stay high. Press into the right hand, find a twist in here. So left arm goes high. Easy twist. See if you can drop your hips a little bit. Good, hold for another 2. One more. Good, let's drop that hand down. Drop your back knee. Untap the back toes. We're going to find our triangle lunge from here now. So pressing into your right hand, left hand inside the left knee. Let's push the knee out. So you're coming outside of the left foot. Lifting through the chest in here. Really dropping the hips towards the mat. Deep breaths in and out. Another 2. Good, one more. Nice, let's draw that knee in. Wiggle the foot in the middle. Nice, and let's tuck the back toes, lift the knee, pressing into the back toes, come up. High lunge again, we're on the left side now. So bending into the front knee, making sure your hips are facing forward. Good, another breath here. Exhale out. Good, let's lean forward over that left leg, but keep your belly and your chest off that left leg. Hug the belly in. Good, another breath. Nice, we're going to drop down a bit more. So the belly and the chest comes down until the leg. Reach the fingertips forward and see if you can step that right foot in. Stay in low, breath in. Exhale, we'll sit down. We'll keep the arms or hands off the mat. See if you can sit down. Ooh. And lift your feet off the mat. Squeeze your feet and squeeze your knees together. We'll reach the arms kind of like diagonally forward. And we're going to interlace the fingers, keep the index fingers nice and free. Good. Inhale. Tap into the right. Exhale up. Inhale left. Exhale up. Inhale. Up. Left. And up. Right. Squeeze the legs. Left. I already forgot. And right. Keep it going. And left. Last one. To the right. And left. Hold. Open the arms. You got 5. Legs are shaking. 4. Squeeze the legs. 3. 2. I'm shaking. Last breath. Good. Cross the legs. Or come through that squat if you'd like. Hands down. Step or hop back from here. Flow through the vinyasa. Oh. Stretch up that core. And back into your down dog from here. We're going to drop our knees down. Have a tiny little bit of rest in here. Ooh, I'm sweating. Okay, so we got one more sequence to go. It's not going to be the same one. We're going to do a different one. And then we're going to learn how to go into that flying lizard. So into our arm balance. Okay, I hope you're feeling nice and warm. Have some water if you'd like. And deep breaths in and out. Okay. One more breath here, and then we're going to go back into our down dog. Ooh. Okay. When you're ready, let's find it. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes. Lift the hips high. Let's take a breath here. Exhale out. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, step that right foot between the hands and come up into your high lunge. Back where you were before, bend into that front knee. Take a breath here. Exhale, we're going to open up into warrior 2 from here. First warrior today. Try to relax the shoulders, keeping your shoulders over your hips. So try not to lean forward here. Hug your belly in again. So think about someone's pulling you all the way up in here. So you want to be tall. And we're going to take another 2 breaths here. Good, another one. Nice, so from here, let's bend into the front elbow. Drop the front forearm down onto the leg in here. And we're gonna reach that left arm all the way up. Think about not sinking into that right shoulder here. Push the shoulder away from your ear. Good, and if you went deeper, that's okay as well, but we are gonna find our way there. So making sure it's not gonna be too much. We're taking another breath here. And exhaling out. Okay, slowly from here now, we're going to reach the fingertips down. If anyone has a block, you can use a block in here as well. And you can bring your fingertips down here, or the whole right palm can come down. If anyone has a bind in here, you can find either half bind, so the right hand will reach for your inner thigh in here, so right inner thigh, or the right arm will go underneath and you're going to find your left fingertips. And hold in here now for 5. 3 more, you can do it. Good, 2. Last breath. Good, releasing your fingers here. Opening the arms up, and then coming back up into warrior 2 in here. You can do it. Keep that leg super, super strong in here. Another breath. And exhale out. Good, come back into your high lunge in here. Reach both of the arms up. Yes, take a breath in here. And exhale out. Good, so from here, hands to your heart center. Let's find a balance here. We're going to go into warrior 3. So leaning forward, nice and slowly. Starting to pick up the back leg. Lifting those back toes off the mat. Good, keeping your hips nice and square so your left toes are facing down. Chest stays open. Hold for another breath. Good, and see if you can control in here. Lift through the chest. Lift that left knee to the chest. Hold. Control. And drop that left leg down. Good. Shake the legs out. Good one. And we're not going to stop in here. We're going to go straight into the other side. So inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, find a fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to place the hands down here. We'll step or hop back. We'll flow through the vinyasa again. Back into your down dog. Ready to go to the left in here. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale. Bring the foot between your hands and come up, high lunge. Good, bending into that front knee, another breath. Lovely, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Good, bending into that front knee in here. Hugging your belly in again, so sipping it in all the way. Someone's pulling you up. Relax the shoulders. Yes. Good. Making sure the left knee is not dropping in. Holding for another 2. Last breath. Good. Bend into the front elbow. Drop the forearm down. And let's reach that right arm up. Again, don't sink in here. Lift, 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 lift. So neck stays long. Keep that bend in your front knee. Hug your belly in. Hug your hips in. Good. Another breath. Lovely. Slowly dropping the fingertips down. And again, you have those few options here now. You can stay where you are. Absolutely fine. If you want to find a bind, right arm will go behind. Maybe find the inner thigh or find a full bind. So the left arm goes underneath, lifting through the chest. I know this is strong, but you can do it. Holding for 5, 4, 3. My leg is burning. Woo! 2. Last breath. Good. Releasing the fingers. Lifting the arms. If you're there, ready to stay. And then come up, warrior 2. My leg really wants to give up here. Okay, I'm going to hold. You're doing the same. Keep it going. Take a breath. Yes. Okay. High lunge in here. Going back. Way okay. And ready to find our warrior 2 in here. It's going to be tricky because your left leg is really, really tight already. So hands to your heart center, you can do it. I'm doing it with you, so leaning forward. Back toes will come off the mat. Find it. Come on, challenge yourself. You can do it. Keeping the back straight. Toes are facing down. Come on. Take another breath. Good, good, good. And lift. Control. Hug the knee in. I'm shaking. Take a breath in. And drop that leg down. Woo! Shake the legs. Awesome work. Okay. Shaking the legs. Take another breath here. And exhale now. I know you cannot see my face. Okay, let's go back down. Inhale, reach them high. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, we'll place the hands down here. We'll step our back. We'll flow through the vinyasa. Good, and we'll meet back in down dog. Let's take a breath in. And then exhale, drop the knees. Find a child's pose for a second. Take deep breaths in and out. And I'm going to not flow through. We're going to go through a kind of like a push-up. But it's going to be a really different push-up that I usually do. So not like arms wide, arms in. Totally different, but that's going to give you kind of like idea how to get yourself into so if you're in your lizard lunge, how to get yourself into your elbow, so how to get your whole body weight into that elbow. It's going to make sense when we're going into that lizard. But for now, what we'll do, we're going to stay on our knees, so they're not going to be full push-ups. We're going to find a tabletop position. So back to your tabletop position, and you're going to use your mat now, so the front of the mat here, to kind of plant your hands. So the first thing what you want to do, so your shoulders are over your wrist. You want to bring your left hand a tiny little bit in, so it's still underneath or line with your shoulder. And you're going to turn your fingertips out a tiny little bit. So your fingertips are facing the left top corner of your mat, if that makes sense. And what we'll do here now is we're going to bring our right hand forward like a handful. So the wrist is more forward than your left fingertips. And you're going to bring it out a tiny bit. It's going to be really awkward now. But what you're going to think about is dropping down onto your left elbow. So the push-up's going to be elbow in. You might have to turn your fingertips a tiny little bit more out. But dropping down onto that elbow, I don't know if you can see, and then bringing yourself back up. So elbow into the body. So what you want to do is that elbow wants to come all the way in here. So if you're going down, I'm doing it forward, you can see me, that elbow needs to come into the body, and then you're pushing yourself up. So into the body and up. So the most work kind of goes through that left arm now. So do a round. It might take a bit of time to get that, how you need to go into it, but try to do around 5 on one side and 5 on the other. But again, with the hands, so the way I've told you to put your hands, it might be a tiny little bit different for you. So find that way. Might need to turn those fingertips out a bit more. Maybe that hand needs to come a tiny bit more forward. So you can drop down. But what I want you to get here is that body into that elbow. So you're really getting that. And then try the other one on the other side. So again, if you want to come to the other side with me, I'm going to move my right hand a tiny little bit in, and I'm going to turn the fingertips out. So as much as I need. And I'm going to move the left hand forward and out a bit. Now left hand might want to come off the mat as well, absolutely fine. And I'm going to think about going forward and down. So that elbow can come in, into the body, and I'm going to push up. Don't think about your hips in here. The hips can stay high, doesn't matter. And lifting up. And you're going to try to do 5 on one side and 5 on the other. Shake the arms out, 2 arms. Okay. I really hope that made sense. If it didn't, can someone comment and I can come back to it if it didn't. But otherwise, also if you do have any questions, just comment there and I can come back to them and kind of explain them a bit more. But what we're going to try to do is go into the flying lizard on our right side now. So we'll start in our down dog. So everybody, let's find our way there. And then I'm going to cue you through. So in your down dog, take a breath in and exhale out. Good. Inhaling right like this, high. And then exhale, right foot outside the right hand. So the first part you want to do here is find that nice wide lunge. Let's drop the back knee down. And you can untuck the back toes for a moment here. So with that really, really wide lunge in here now, that's going to help you to go into, so your hips are already open. And what we'll do now here is we're going to bring that right arm underneath that right leg. So all the way underneath. And you want to bring your hand behind your right heel. So eventually what we want to do is to get that right foot off the mat. So that's the next point we're going to do now. So your right leg is going to rest on your right upper arm. So you're going to push that right leg foot to the side and see if you can lift that foot off the mat. You can bring it in as well. So that is your second step. And you might be working your way there today, and you may be staying here and then coming out. And you can try that again. So arm underneath, and then see if you can lift that foot off to the side. I'm going to show you this way. So arm underneath, hand will come down, and then you can see if you can lift that foot to the side. You can drop down a bit if you'd like, if that's easier, and then see if you can come out. Okay? So that is your kind of like a first step, is to get that foot off the mat. The second step is now you want to get to that opposite elbow, so the elbow comes to your body. So now you need to think about when that right foot is off, you need to think about getting your whole body, so kind of shifting yourself onto that left elbow. Okay? So if you're in that lizard lunge now, if you came out, just step back in. Right arm underneath. Good. And before you're going to bring that right foot off the mat, think about where your left hand needs to be. If you have a look, if it's too wide, think about those push-ups we did. Bring that arm in, so that hand in. And then turn the fingertips out if you did that before. Lift that right foot and see if you can drop down onto that elbow. So that's your second step. See if you can catch yourself and then come out. I really wish I could see you. It's super annoying, but I really hope you can get that. So going again from step number 1 to 2. Right arm underneath. Good. Now think about that left hand. So fingertips facing out. You might need to turn it in a bit or bring it in. Then your right foot comes off the mat. Dropping down onto that elbow. Good. Making sure your head stays off the mat. Your last step, if you are looking, is to lift that back leg off the mat. And that is your flying lizard, where we are going today. If you need to come out for a second, maybe roll out your wrist. You might be starting to feel it now in your wrist a lot. So again, you can do that same stretch we did before with bringing your back of the hands down. Okay, let's try one more time on the right side, then we're going to work our way to the left. Always one side is going to be better. So if you're struggling on this side, you might find the other side so much easier. What I'll do, I'm just going to bring ourselves a tiny bit closer to you. Okay, back to the right side. So step the right foot out on your right hand. Good, your back knee stays down. Right arm underneath that right foot. Hand will come down behind that right heel. And then think about that left hand. What you need to do with the left hand. Bring it in. Good. Lift that right foot off. Drop down onto the left elbow. Lift your chest a bit. And see if you can lift your back leg. Hold. Breathe. And then gently come out. Maybe not super gently, but that's okay. Okay. Let's step that right foot back. If you want to flow through the vinyasa here, you can maybe find a backbone. If you want to give a rest to your wrist, you can do that as well. Maybe roll out your wrist. Good. So if you want to just step into the lizard lunge on the other side, you can. If you want to come with me, we're going to take a breath in here. Lift that left leg high, and then exhale, we'll step the left foot outside of the left hand. We'll drop the back knee. Good, untuck the back toes. So when I always practice the lizard lunge, I always do it on the right side. I never practice on the left side, so this is my bad side. If I'm honest, I haven't done it for a while, but I'm gonna try. No, I actually did it 2 days ago, but it's definitely worse on my right side. But what we do is we're gonna work through those steps again. So first step, don't worry about your right arm yet. We're just gonna think about bringing that left foot off the mat. So left arm underneath the left leg, making sure the left leg is on your upper arm, and see if you can lift that foot off. Good, chest you off, and see if you can bring it back. Maybe do that one more time. Just lift that foot to the side. Good, and bring it back. Okay, let's try dropping down onto that right elbow. So, left arm underneath, hand will stay down, and before you're lifting your left foot off the mat, bringing that hand in, and again, where you have to put it. So see, turn your fingertips out, that's definitely gonna help you. And let's lift that foot and drop down onto that elbow. You might be able to see on this side a bit better where my elbow is, but see if you can lift and maybe come out. Ooh. It's a lot through the wrist today, I'm really sorry. But they will get definitely stronger with this exercise, or this pose. Okay, try again. Maybe try to pick up your back leg. If you've got those 2 steps, lifting the back leg should be quite nice and easy, but just think about that you're not sinking forward, so you're still keeping your chest open. So you want to fly, it's a flying lizard. So left arm underneath, bringing that right hand in, dropping down, and see if you can lift that back leg. Keep going. Ooh. If your right side was better, if you want to go back to the right side, go ahead. I don't mind. We're going to go and I'm going to go have another go on my left side, and then we're going to slow down the practice a bit. So if you want to come with me on the left side again, maybe do the right, but arm underneath. Try to drop down onto the elbow. Lift that foot and see if you can pick up the back toes, even if it's just a tiny little bit. And slowly come out. Woo. Okay. Let's go either into kneeling or find a child's pose. If you want to roll into your wrist. If this was your first time ever trying a flying lizard, well done. It's not an easy pose to go into. It needs quite a lot opening through the hips, strength through the upper body. There's a lot of factors to get into. If you did it today, yes, I'm super, super proud. If anybody filmed it and if you can send it to me later, please do. It will make my day. But we're gonna slow down our practice here now. So let's go seated here. So from your tabletop position, just cross your legs. Maybe go over the legs. So bring your legs to one side, that's fine as well. Extend the legs out in here. And shake the legs out for a second. Lovely. So we're going to find, because we did a lot of stuff through the hips, we're going to find a bit of a fold over the legs here. Just to get a bit of a nicer, stronger stretch through the hamstrings here. So we're going to draw the left knee in and then drop the left knee to the side. And we're going to start with a nice active stretch in here. So if you do have a strap, maybe a towel or whatever you want to use for the strap, you can do it without a strap as well, absolutely fine. But we'll inhale here, reach them high. And then exhale, we're going to try to reach for the toes in here. If you can't reach for the toes, maybe find an ankle here. And again, if you have that strap, you can use the strap in here. We're going to just think about bringing our belly down onto our leg instead of rounding through the back in here. So the belly comes down, wants to come down first and lift through the chest. Inhaling 5 breaths here. Not inhaling, but taking 5. Good, 3 more. See if with every exhale you can go a tiny bit deeper. You got 2 more. Good, last one. Good, we're going to release our foot now, bringing your hands down in here. And now we're going to round through the back and bring our head down to that leg. Just taking 2 more breaths here. Good, and through the spine, slowly rolling yourself up. Good, shake that right leg out. Yes, and then move the left knee in, extend the left leg out. Good, straight to the other side in here. So your right knee comes in, drop the right knee to the side. And starting with that active stretch again. So inhale, reaching the arms high. Exhale, finding your toes in here. Good. Chest stays open, 5 breaths. Good, another 2. Last one. Good, releasing the foot or your ankle. Dropping your head down in here. Good. Last breath here. Lovely. And through the spine slowly, roll yourself up. Shake the leg and bring your right knee in. Good. Extend the right leg out, shake it out. Lovely. And then let's move ourselves onto our back. So slowly, slowly, finding your way down, hug the knees into the chest. Just rock side to side. Good. Then we're going to take another stretch in here. So we're going to find a twist to finish with. We're going to bring our feet down into the mat. And we're going to press into our feet a tiny little bit. Lift your hips off the mat. Shift your hips to the left on your mat. Place them down. And then tiny little bit, hug your knees to the chest so your feet are coming off the mat. And then drop your knees to the right. So the left leg is going to be over the right. Making sure your left shoulder stays down. And maybe look over the left shoulder here as well. Take another breath in. And slowly bring your head back to the center. Slowly your legs. And then your hips as well. And you can either windscreen wipe the knees, maybe hug the knees into the chest. And then we're going to go to the other side. Okay, so press it into the feet again, lift the hips. Shift your hips to the right on your mat. Bring your knees towards the chest so your feet are coming off the mat, and then drop your legs to the left. Try to keep your right shoulder down, so maybe bring your right arm to the side or over your head. Left hand can rest on your right knee, and you can look over the right shoulder. Taking last breath here. Slowly drawing the knees back to the center, head back, and then your hips back. Lovely. Windscreen wipe again the knees. Maybe hug them in. Maybe find a happy baby hip. So find the outside of the feet, arms are inside of the knees. Try to keep your tailbone down. Okay. If there's any other stretches you would like to go through now, you're welcome to do that. If anyone would like to put some layers on, you can do that as well. And then we're going to go and find our way into our resting pose. So you have loads and loads of options with the resting pose. You can stay on your back, lay down, bring your legs wide, arms down on the side of the body, maybe bring the soles of the feet together, drop the knees out. You can come up to seated, you can go and lay on one side, or maybe come into a child's pose where we started today. So choosing your own, just making sure you can have a rest here. So your body is soft, there's no tension in your body. And then eventually close your eyes. Take a moment here in a stillness. Slowly come back to your breath. And if you'd like to join me here, take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up your body. And then exhale through the mouth and let go. Sigh out, inhale again, fill up. Exhale, let go. One more time, inhale, fill up. Exhale, let go. Good, slowly come back to your body. Wake up your fingers and your toes. Move your head side to side. And maybe take a full body stretch on your back, or hug the knees into the chest. Good. And then slowly from here, roll yourself onto one side, your favorite side. Really gently press into the hands to support yourself and come up to seated. Find a nice comfy seat here. And either rest your hands on your legs or bring your hands together to touch to your heart center. Lower your head down towards your heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for taking time for this practice, taking time for yourself. And I would like to thank you for joining me tonight, for letting me be your guide. Open your eyes. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're nice and relaxed now, ready for the evening. Yeah, I'm going to save this. If you want to do this class again and have a go on the flying lizard again, you can do that again. So it will be on my YouTube channel. But otherwise, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye. And I'm coming closer now because I need to turn it off. Make sure you drink some water. Bye.